Hello, my name is Steph. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support or a little inspiration today. We're going to drop some ink in the book of blots and we're going to scry for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll also add on tarot and oracle, most likely in the shaman's palm layout. And where Mr. Ghosty here is, we have Ghost Tube kicking for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our abstract and ancient auric adventures. Overall, please do receive a release freely. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. I'm grateful for your time, attention, and awareness as your presence and perspective is powerful. When you're ready, let's go. Let's dive in. For those of you that are new here, we are just creating a portal to perceive and receive insights from, not worrying about making a masterpiece, though we usually do. You're always welcome to fast forward through. If this part bores you, we're just going to see what's standing out. Always feel well to see, sense, and feel for yourself, sharing below any insights as your insights do expand the iScry experience. You can drop emojis or just give it a like. Any interactions with the channel is appreciated. All right. Just about ready to rock here. I hope you're doing well. I hope my audio is fixed as well, so you can let me know in the comment section. Just over there.
Secret Society.
Oh, if you'd like to join the secret society. Whatever. I'm weird. Okay, when you are ready. If you are opening up with me, we're taking a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception.
Traitor.
Releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of anyone here at any time, thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning. All right, here is our Inkblot. If you would like to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time, personal use only, but you're more than welcome to. All right. I'm hearing that song, down in the boondocks, da-na, da-na. Down in the boondocks, da-na, da-da. People put me down, 'cause that's the side of town I was born in. I love her. I'm just kidding. I won't keep going. Okay, there's something going on up here I'm being drawn into. Where do I want to go with it? I'm opening something up. I feel as though, what is that called? It might be like taxidermy or dissection. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like there. And I want to look at, it's like if these were pinned.
That's mine.
It's in, hopefully that feels very loud to me. I'm not sure if it is to you. Is this a skin? Like a skin of self? I'm looking at something. Give me a moment. I just got distracted. Maybe something about tightening up skin. It doesn't have to be the face. That's just kind of where I went for a moment to feel it. Maybe something about lymph as well. Okay, so there's this energy in the center here. And it is connected to me at the root, so it could be a parental figure or a birth guide. They seem to come up a lot from you for one reason or another. And I feel like I'm going to do my best to kind of express this feeling. Okay. I feel as though there is something within me that is coalescing.
What is your name?
I can see it with my eye, but here's the thing. It's like the third eye concept, right? You can see it in the mind's eye or whatever you might feel, but it's in my root, sacral solar plexus space. Okay, it might be something from birth or from when you were young or from, I think it's just a lineage. There might be a connection to this ancestral lineage. Okay, and if that's comfortable, stay there. Can I go through the other rabbit hole? A longer lineage, a bigger lineage, beyond one lifetime. Okay, that's why there's like this coalescing thing, because it looks like a snowflake. I want to say individuality, but it's not about that. But something about a snowflake, like the crystallization of each snowflake. Yeah, there's something about that. Maybe a snowflake means something to you. My candle, I feel like it's going a little bit crazy here. Okay. All right, let's carry on.
Where?
So up here, it's almost like now I'm seeing this as a fire pea or pod. It's with the fire element of creation. Like it's moving like flames, but it feels like I'm looking at the top of the ocean move. You know when like sometimes people put, I think it's like maybe gasoline or some sort of substance on food or alcohol, maybe it's alcohol. Brings me into spirits. Okay, and then they light that drink on fire, and then they might drink that flame or something like that. It's like liquid flame. And this liquid flame is part of the creation of this snowflake essence, or something about the crystallization process of the symbol of snowflake. I don't know what that is. I personally might actually even like wander down after this reading to see what that symbol might mean. So I can see it in my mind's eye, and maybe you've been sensing that. It's almost like the mind's eye, but I can still see it, like as if the iris is moving in real time. Iris moving in real time. And not necessarily like a camera, like zooming in and out, or like we do here, we zoom in and out. This feels different. It feels different.
What is the date?
We are December 12th or 13th. There's also something else going on over here. There's a small turtle. My candle's going crazy. This small turtle has dark thoughts. You might have learned, or very much so know, your shadow, the darkness, the void. These do not equate to bad or negative experiences. This is an environment that kind of supercharges things the way I'm feeling it.
How do you feel?
I feel supercharged, but I feel like this isn't a path or something necessarily that is Okay, I'm not going to try and finish that sentence. I don't think it needs to be finished. There are others there in this void-like space, in this shadowy space, for lack of a better term. I kind of want to, if I may, land in more of like the void. There are others there that are always watching how one is working with this, because it's like working with some sort of potency. There's a potency here. And you want to be in certain kind of conditions for realizing the responsibility of this potent power. Of course, they could appear to be bad situations. I'm personally not landing in there, but I feel like there are things I personally can even associate where you might have learned something, a lesson, or something, bad happens in your life, or a situation you learn something that's very revealing, but it comes from this, it's just like in your face, right? Disappointments or whatever the case is. Again, it doesn't have to be bad if you're able to transmute it. Because the responsibility of this potency of power, the process doesn't seem to be quick, but the results are, and the once gained, it's always retained. It can't be taken away. But it does create an urge. It's like if there was a series of unfortunate events, there could be an air. I'm sorry if this is uncomfortable. I'm kind of stumbling through it, but there might be an air of, but you're kind of like in it. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, I can really do something with this, being a student of this, like this student of the stark. What do I smell? What kind of stank is in this stark? Sorry, I'm trying to think of how this feels.
Closet.
It's like being in a closet, a dark closet, feeling small and yet so many unknowns in the closet. It's like looking at a closet, your imagination can go wild of what might be there. Walking into a basement. These are very classic, scary places. All right, but student of the stark. Slowly but surely, and the potency, okay? It could even be something about sleep, night, paralysis, nightmares, or disturbances. They disrupt, so they feel and create an irritability. But I feel like there's a connection here. Why is this connection here? Sorry if I'm all over the place. I'm not sorry at all, but you know what I mean. I am truly sorry. I'm being politeness, but I'm trying to apologize, acknowledging your time and attention, and for my awkwardness. There's a tail here. This tail is a mermaid-like tail, merman-like tail, mer tail. But there's a tree on the end of it. Do you know how if we could imagine somebody or an energy with a robe on, that would be like a black robe? Imagine a void energy or shadow energy with a light robe that's made of snowflakes. Or at least this glittery kind of substance, which is kind of like the thing I can see in my eye. And it's like I gotta like roll my eyes back and like look in the back of my head, look in the back of my brain, make it go dark. Absence is coming through in the cave of ice. Okay, for somebody specifically, and if this isn't your message, thank you for holding space for them to receive it. It's like, here's the bigger person and here's the smaller person. This person might have passed when you were younger, again, or they were there since you were like a birth guide. You didn't see them. It's like having an invisible friend in the void, or somebody that was misunderstood. I think there was a growing out of it. See, chicken, I'm scared. Student of the Stark. I'll admit it. I'll be the first person to take the chicken door in a haunted house, if there is a chicken door. See ya. See ya. I feel like when I was small, I wasn't quite prepared. I felt alone. Whether this is someone's passing or just feeling the way you saw and sensed the world, and it still is present today, even maybe in a different way or degree. And I feel like the people around me that in those positions that were trying to help me, it wasn't about hearing the way I see, sense, or saw things. It it was about conforming to the way they saw. So, or to the majority, and that became an easier way, not emotionally or energetically, but to exist. And by choosing that, growing up, it created a series, I'm going to say, of unfortunate events. And I feel like what I can say about that is they're really fortunate. It's like a very happy unbirthday to me, to you. Put the un in front of it, unfortunate. I understand what it means. And yes, well, we can all, pinpoint things that might be unfortunate in our lives. The way I'm feeling, it's like a celebratory. A birthday is one day a year, but a very happy unbirthday is every other day of the year. And I feel like that's what I'm focusing on. I have no idea if this makes sense, but that's exactly where I'm at. I just feel like I couldn't talk at some point in time. But you definitely saw things and could notice things. Hi, Martin. Did you say Martin? Earlier, a Maria came through. You might be a fellow seer, empath, psychonaut, whatever, psychic, whatever word might resonate with you. Again, it's just the way maybe you interacted and felt with the world at a younger age when we're most open. It's the most organic, right? It's like I'm peeling this back open because I'm pinned back open in this dissection, but now it's a book. And it is a book that the cover is my skin. I'm, as Steph, trying not to go into Hannibal Lecter land, trying to not get creeped out about it, but I appreciate me some spooky, don't get me wrong. This feels like every piece of my existences have created this cover, and skin was the commonality that we shared. I'm skipping rope and skipping stones. Skipping rope and skipping stones. School of fish. I feel like... Here's the thing. Maybe you didn't fit in.
Hospital.
Maybe there was something wrong. Maybe you had a lot of appointments. Maybe your health was one way or another. But the bigger story is perhaps, as an example, you're part of that spirit plan to help cure that ailment in the future, to really immerse oneself in a lifetime so that when, it's, dead, done, over with, I'm not trying to be insensitive, you have research, real existence research, real meaning just density, to take back and to put in this book for every other spirit that might be their focus as well, or side focus with a collective that is working on this.
Please go.
In the Cave of Rivers, I have time, and she's looking up. It's almost like that rolling of the eyes, right? In the Cave of Hearthfires is prophecy, because I feel like you have some sort of, well, if you're here, a little bit of a haunted heart,
Jason.
And that's okay. But then with time coming in the rivers of how I feel, with chicken being in the mind, I have too many thoughts, like how many characters are in the closet, how many monsters are under the bed, as examples. Maybe you're starting a new job. how many good people are going to be there? How many annoying people are going to be there? Am I going to see all the questions in the closet of the mind? All the questions that are just going to come rolling out, that are there. They're already written in my mind. What about this? What about that? What could go right? What could go wrong? And I blow a whistle. I'm hearing a whistle.
Where is it?
Time out. Time out. Cave of Earth. Objectivity. Active love. I follow the art. So I want to note, if I may, on the bottom is teacher. From the cave of ice to the cave of earth, they each have a bag. Absent, present, absent, present. Your guide through the student of starkness, spiritual starkness, emotional darkness. I don't know what else to call it. And how we all work through that and swim through that, perceive, receive, all the great things is personal. It's personalized. It's really personalized school of sorts. And I'm swimming out of it to this root of the tree. And I'm going to climb up the root. And on the bottom I have here teacher. Because that's inevitably who's been with me all along. And while being a student of the Stark, it's being a teacher.
Dangerous.
It's like having snowflakes of this, if imagine with me, can I bring that up? Does it kind of work? This divine light of sorts, or this crystallization, and they want to fall. And they want to fall to earth and melt upon the nose of a human. They want to melt upon the grass. They want to pile up and be shoveled off to the side. They want the experience. These crystallized light beings. The stars, if I may, if you'd like to wander farther, if a star can also project out an essence of creation, of another embodiment of expression, and have it work with the weather all the way to come down and be a snowflake that falls and lands on your nose, and so much time has gone by for that one snowflake to melt. Does the snowflake cease to exist? Does the magic of the snowflake cease to exist when it becomes water and then goes to the root of the tree? Okay, I'm going to add on a, I'm going to add on a talisman card, then I'm going to flip this, and I'm going to head over to the extended. If you'd like to join us for the other side, subscribe, but there's no pressure.
Karen.
Karmic justice is coming through. I prefer to refer to that as universal justice.
You are annoying.
That's cool. It's not the worst thing I've been called. It's almost like the term karmic it needs a cleansing, a refreshing. It's thrown about, and I get it. We got to do what we got to do as we're learning and communicating. But make it bigger. There's a bigger thing here happening. It's almost like something's opening now. It's like karma is just the shell around something. You've already been through the stark. And there's a strength there. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I don't want to ignore or de-emotionalize what one might have been through amongst being a school of the Stark. Okay, but then weren't the Starks also in Game of Thrones? Is that the main family? Yes, I believe it is. Because sometimes you had to either this teacher or this energy had to hide itself because it wasn't accepted. You grew up and didn't see me anymore. That's okay. There's still ways to communicate.
Like.
And you might be doing that through however you connect with the spirit of all things, right? Maybe you do it through animals. Maybe you feed people. You work at a restaurant. How you be of service. Prophecy and time, because now it's changing. You've been waiting for the change patiently. I've just opened the closet to see what's actually there. And a bunch of friends come pouring out. A bunch of old books that I forgot I had, old shirts, or whatever the case is. Last one before we head on over, or two, or two. Safe travel is on the bottom. We have here courage and divine guidance. I want to know, I feel like there's a lot of teachers here or guidance counselors. It's like every teacher is really a guidance counselor. I've never really seen the Harry Potter movies, but pick any other magical, amazing school kind of movie.
Am I dead?
And you have passed, but you're still very much alive. And there's always like the dark teacher and the light teacher, or the school of light and dark, or this, that, or the other. You have the benefit of both. What is that? It's like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but like the newer one. I don't... whatever, Netflix or something like that. And she goes between the two. That's kind of what it feels like. It takes courage. It's almost like, if I made to be dramatic, but it is what it is. It's like I'm too light for the dark and too dark for the light. So where do I fit in? Well, we can wallow in, well, I don't fit in, or where do I fit in? Or hold the space and allow that space to be filled with others that fit in. Because it's probably just everyone, not everyone, but there could be others that are just like, well, I don't fit into this or that. So, no, it's like a hybridized, or a balanced way of being. And there are others. But everyone's a little nervous to open their door to say, I'm balanced. And by not fitting in everywhere, I actually fit in.
Cold.
By not fitting in anywhere, I fit in everywhere. I feel like as you move between the conscious and the subconscious, you travel safely. You go to some mystery school, perhaps in the sleep state, when it's the darkest of night. And you go to this mystery school of some sort. And you are taught. And it helps create change in the waking life. To see things like that. To embrace things and to open up the closets. Okay, I'm going to head on over to the other side. I hope this did inspire, educate, or entertain, and did serve in some way, shape, or form. If you're joining us, link is below in the description box. I will see you there. If not, till next time. So much love. Bye.